Let's solve this case.
All right, let's do this. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
And for those of you, this episode of Seismic Heroes is not sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's, they give you the shits.
They do give you the shits.
Yeah, we're back. So, we just found out we got accused for murder again.
Mm-hmm.
Susato's been staring at us for the last 20 minutes now.
She kicked our ass.
Yeah, she just kicked her ass, and we are gonna try to figure out who actually killed our best friend. So
Our pal. Our bosom buddy.
our bosom buddy, as you would say. We were sucking on the same tit
It's true.
growing up, even though we're not brothers. So, all right. So I guess examine.
Oh, he's here too.
Oh, good. Yes, I'm always here.
I'm always watching.
I'm always watching. I am what you call Putin's eyes. I always am watching.
So, okay. Well, we can examine a lot of
Examine
things.
this. There you go.
Seiji, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma.
Damn.
Damn.
Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. God.
Get out of his pants. He's dead.
Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully?
Of course I can. Man, she's real hot and cold.
Yeah, no, she is.
I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
You bitch. Even though you stowed away on this ship.
She called you bitch.
Yes, very funny. Very funny. I love it when I get called a bitch.
Little girl make me laugh.
She's very good. Very good.
Very little.
Very little, but very funny.
Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win.
And that was that. Oh dear, that won't do.
What?
Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always have to put my right hand on my face and then look very sad.
Just like so.
Just like so.
It's all in the eyebrows, I assure you.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly.
Ah, yes. That's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruto-san?
Oh, just
Oh, it's
explain
just
that
a-
we could pan.
I'm sure you're careful to look at things around with some buttons, aren't you? Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Cool.
Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now.
Alright. So,
Whatever. Check out the sword.
yeah, take out the sword. There we go. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it.
Even to bed.
Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul.
What's his heart, though? It's gotta be Huey Lewis.
It's gotta be the Huey Lewis.
Gotta be the Huey Lewis.
Heart
Hey,
and soul.
heart and soul, man. It's 2 o'clock. It's morning. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. Have they like unsheathed the sword and been like, "Huh, I wonder if there's any blood on this." Like, I feel like that.
It looks like it's been untouched.
Yeah, I don't know.
I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spear go just yet.
Good. Now, who's gonna be my boyfriend?
Whatever will I do?
Whatever will I do?
Let's examine the meat leg.
Yeah, what is going on? Oh, I hit the wrong one.
We get it.
I know. Ah. Okay.
You already looked at this, dummy.
you big idiot.
That's from my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was really tasty.
Riveting. Riveting.
Love it.
Analysis, Renosuke. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it?
Wait, how would you know?
But did you eat it on the floor here? Are you an animal?
I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course.
Woof woof.
Do you understand? Woof woof. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor.
But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me.
Oh no! Somebody just stabbed me in the back. Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? That's right, sister. That is a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Dying on an empty stomach. It's just too horrible.
Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach.
Oh,
Oh, poor guy.
poor guy.
Check out the little blade.
Blade? Oh, right next
There's
to
a
it.
knife.
Oh, that was just a part of it.
Okay, never mind.
Yep, looks
What
like
about
we're
the
good
little
there.
shard next to the black mark?
Right here?
Yeah.
There we go.
What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have been broken clean into.
It's like a bell.
A little bit. A little bit.
The glass is such a beautiful color.
Get the U out of the... Oh!
It looks like a cute little Netsuki fastener from a kimono outfit. Sure, that's what it is.
Definitely not mine. I just have to say, I
Yeah.
can't stress that enough.
Yeah, even though I'm the only one wearing one right now, it's fine.
I'm not sure. That sounds like Kazuma.
Kazuma doesn't wear a kimono?
He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he?
And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has such a sort of brick-like hue.
Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it?
There's the U again.
Yeah, fucking use.
Ugh.
Even though I don't see anything of the same
Color.
anywhere else in this cabin. Unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, it is.
Get it out of there.
Take a look at that. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
Sure. I was sucking myself off in there for a few days, actually, so. Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's exactly how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Ah, yes, I have a lot of mixed emotions about this. I see it says this way up in Japanese.
Turns out I'm way more flexible than I thought. In hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Yeah. I have a lot of emotions about this, too. Oh, dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than the Susato takedown.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. The bookshelf, everything was turned upside down.
Huh. It was.
Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink.
He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. What does that say?
Probably Russian.
Yeah.
Then I
he's probably
suppose-
a smart guy.
Was that?
Yeah, he's probably a smart guy, so he could probably write in
He
Russian.
probably had to communicate with him somehow.
Yeah.
Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage.
That was my line, you idiot.
I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself.
Excuse me. I'm an independent woman. I can speak on my own terms over here.
Sorry, don't throw me.
Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to manage it.
I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he?
Why would you write it in Russian, though? When clearly it'd be us that would see it.
Well, you would assume that he would write it in a language that the killer wouldn't be able to understand. So the killer wouldn't erase it.
That's true.
I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. It's gibberish.
Gibberish, I say.
Unless it is actually just reversed. Who knows?
I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san.
Oh, shit. What? Then what language is it?
It pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
I don't know how to read.
I don't know how to read.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. But what does it mean, I wonder?
Huh.
Because that A looks like it would be a Russian calligraphy, and the way that G is written is sharp.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that.
The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled over the same way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well.
What's your point? Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once.
Huh. I didn't know that's how you spelled that.
I don't know either.
Alright. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
Those books would be hacked and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a pretty sharp blade he had. Then perhaps it was you, Naruto-san, in a fit of rage.
It's because you can't read, can't you? You hated books.
No!
I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case? I wonder.
Probably. Well, we're zooming in.
Well, go ahead.
God damn it. Every time I go to talk, a man jumps in and is like, oh boy, I'm going to steal her words because she can't have a voice. Let me tell you what, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can have my own voice. So you shut up, mister, before I flip you over.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
Huh?
Ha-ha! Alright,
Did we already look at the case? Oh, we did look at the case. That's right.
Yep, we did. Alright, so I guess we're going over here. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. Well, sure. I was trying to actually go towards the wardrobe, but...
Yeah.
London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination.
It looks as though the last entry is incomplete.
Well, no shit. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened?
Probably.
Probably.
That would explain why the ink was on the floor.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Yeah!
Whoop. Sorry, sir.
That's out of the question.
What? My back! It's actually fixed somehow.
You knocked it back into place. Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. Those are from my eyes only.
But what if something's important? Something relevant to the case?
Doesn't matter. This case is closed. You must die.
You must die. It's over.
It's over.
Alright. I won't read it. Bullshit.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
Oh, what? I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important?
The books are stacked up again.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
I guess we stacked them back up.
Did we? Maybe just let you examine it again? I don't
nope,
remember
we're
it moving. Okay.
Oh, I can examine this.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Bleh.
It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me?
You just look so dumb. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Why you're the protagonist of this game, and I'm not. I'm clearly smarter than you. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide.
Well, One thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here.
Yep. Oh, let's talk to him.
The Russia did it.
It always was the Russian.
Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman thinks makes of this scene of the crime. Excuse me.
Yes, what do you want? I'm busy. What?
I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean.
These stupid, rotten Japanese, I tell you. They always ask me questions.
Suck down on your vodka.
Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it is not true, I see. Ha 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 ha. You make me funny, little man.
Sorry?
The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. Very funny.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke.
He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
Can't you see I am overcome with laughter?
Yes, my stationary pose right here is clue for you that I make laughter.
I'm sorry to be emotionally compromised like this.
He might have some useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
There's this stupid Japanese asking me questions again. I swear to God, niet! Of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent.
I can be quiet.
I say no more to you, murderer.
Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered.
Oh, that's that.
Oh, good for him. You want to check the bolt?
Bolt.
Out of the door.
Oh, yeah.
When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure.
He killed himself.
It's true. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. Oh wait, it's because she threw me. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm gonna have a reader of detective stories myself. I just have all these books in my kimono, just like now. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
Judging. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all the way up and down my spine. Alright.
Let's try over here. There we go. Yeah, let's try this door.
It's some 2 weeks since we set sail for Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not.
Sad face.
Sad.
There's a vent.
Yes.
That'll be important later.
Probably.
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean? I'd call it even.
Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is. Pause the episode.
We're pausing. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Got a call from my harem.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
They started off the message and they essentially said, "You must die."
Oh, you must die.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everybody enjoyed the Wendy's training video that we just showed you. So. All right. So what were we doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were skiing and stuff.
The ventilation is what we're looking at.
That's right. That's right. The next door cabin. Cool.
Yep.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right. For once.
But if its purpose is allowed fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside.
That's a good point.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray
Spray?
Spray. Yep.
don't find their way to in where the seas are rough or something like that.
Probably if it's like sprinkling and not actual like raindrops. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe that's what she means.
Okay.
Misty.
It's like spray. What the?
I suppose maybe that's it.
We should try to figure. Oh.
Oh.
When did you get here?
Oh no.
Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European.
Oh, how did he?
You've noticed the man too, haven't you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall.
Perfect deduction.
Yeah.
He's tall. I got shivved. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, I'm sorry, I was sleeping. We simply must talk with him.
I was recovering from the shiv. Am I imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited?
By the way, I expected that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press a button on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them, or even just snipe them out.
Turns out if you open your mouth, you can say words.
Yeah.
Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, please do.
Oh boy.
Well, fine. Let's talk to the large gentleman.
Who could this be? I have no idea. Who the hell could this guy be?
Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Oh boy. Who wants to do it? Trying to think. Who can... You know what? We'll just do a really shitty one. How about that? Because why not? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation.
Gumshoe. Maybe I should just leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Greetings.
Did you skip that or did it just go?
It just went.
All right.
Ah! I got shivved again.
What exactly are you doing at Kazuma's desk just now? Hello?
Ah, I see. Fascinating.
Sorry? What did you see? It feels like he's looking right through me.
Ah, yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized.
Do you always talk like this?
You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry? What?
And now, whilst venturing through foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament.
Oh, well, that's true at least.
But how? How the deuce do I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, I great to many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You have 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now you travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when being... I'm going to assume that's be-ribboned?
Ribboned? Yeah.
Be-ribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity. You ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully.
Hemlock Sholmes is pulling out the big boy words.
No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes.
Decorated with many ribbons. So, probably general.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you?
Had been talking to the mercenary. Nope. Certainly I am. Can you pose? Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name?
I don't even see one person who fits the bill.
You must not be talking about me. I have 20 cats at home. I am a very gentle boy.
So he must have found some clues that lead him to believe that the guy was Russian that killed him. So that might come to play later on.
Probably, I think so. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. Ding! 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 God, your fucking harem won't leave you alone.
No, they won't. They said, you must die.
You must die.
You must die.
And you're plotting a revolution too?
It's true.
It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked.
Whose side are you on?
Oh, yeah!
Here we go again. Great. Back's broken again.
Now explain yourself. Tell me everything.
This is ridiculous.
Well, we've met Herlock Sholmes now.
Yeah, we have.
How could you do it? How could you?
For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously.
Oh, forgive me.
And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head.
Can you pose? But was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not?
Well, yes, maybe.
Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that,
Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation.
Indeed. An observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And more often than not, I'm right.
Ah! I don't think you've introduced yourself.
My apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes.
Non-copyright edition.
So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same, inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes.
Do you know this man, Susato-san?
The most famous detective in the world, Naruhodo-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him, except for you, you dumbass.
You're stupid. I'm gonna throw you again. What planet have you been living on then?
We must ask him what he's deduced. You will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
From the smell of things, it smells like Wendy's. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this?
I assume we converse with them?
I think so. Sure.
Why not?
So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what's your name again?
Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes.
Not to be confused with Sherlock Holmes.
He's my brother.
Oh, I see. You're German. Herlock, was it?
No. I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Holmes.
Uh-huh.
You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication.
Ah yes, Ranced magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Ah, yes. Here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then?
Basically calling him out, he's a fake.
Yeah.
Indeed I am.
And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective.
Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards.
Backward.
My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine.
You have a biographer? Do you?
Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London.
Dr. Wilson?
I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Can you pose? Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown.
Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not.
Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form.
Science? Really?
Really?
Oh,
I'm the one who's impressed here, not you. Keep in your pants.
I'm so impressed. He's right here. I want him to sign my publication.
an astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of the muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data.
Right. You're crazy.
And the trained
Logician.
Logician. There we go. Whew, that one was throwing me for a second. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago.
How can he look me in the eyes and claim that?
So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction, and fame.
Specifically fame.
That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes.
Huh.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet?
Have Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Why, who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the greatest detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among the number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great Detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah!
The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent for me.
Uh-huh. Oh, really? 2 facts, you say?
Oh, more stuff.
More stuff.
Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning?
Ah, yes, but first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me.
Yes, I understand, but what were they?
Allow me to elucidate. There we go.
There you go.
Elucidate. Sholmes, stop using the big words. The 2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows.
Oh my god, get to it.
Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape from the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. The victim was not Russian. Are you kidding me?
Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian?
Oh yeah, so it is Russian.
Observe the dying messages left by the victim on the floor. That's the Russian word for wardrobe.
Dude.
Oh, it's her. I see.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Yes, independent woman. Go.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
That's fucking hot.
In their final moments, many found their native tongue filling their head for this young man Russian.
Kazuma was Russian, was he?
Initially, I considered Godorob may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gaudet, perhaps. What the hell? Alright, so this guy is clearly a dumbass. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least.
Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping sound?
Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer.
Why is it that I'm Russian too?
I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian people.
What?
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of Russian people? I had no idea.
Susato, stop. Just stop. Just use your brain for once.
I'm starting to think they're all idiots.
God.
And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong.
I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Oh, there he is, dead.
This was taking him. Oh,
Excuse me, my dear boy.
sorry.
I'm the one who's speaking right now. How dare you?
I'll keep
I
quiet.
am the incredible, the inevitable Sherlock Holmes. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed.
Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this.
You all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yep, there you go. Yep, we're definitely having a doing a courtroom thing on this boat.
Yeah. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes?
What, pray?
You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that.
Ah, yes. The train of reasoning that led me to the truth.
Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think?
Gura! Certainly, if it interests you.
Shalom. How many times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian.
Alright, let's see what he's got to say.
Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean.
Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in.
Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and the assassin of 16 part.
Does look like a killer.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't trust him.
Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads: Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered.
Since when was Kazuma a Russian?
It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor.
I always knew him to take his time.
God damn it. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary.
Tripped you up with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, you did. It hit me right when I was about to say something. I was like, it kind of froze me there for a second. So, one who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, violent Bolshevik.
Gesundheit. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face.
Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Can you pose? There you have it. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well.
Please.
And, I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list, need I say more?
Well, that's because I'm a stowaway.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower.
Ah, yes. The journals clearly interviewed the man and printed all the particulars in this article. The deeds of this man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan?
Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik
Is recently returned from after a period of subversive activity in a war-torn region of Afghanistan.
Is this 1905 or 2005?
Yeah, who knows? Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place.
Here, take the paper for yourself as a little memento of this great deduction.
Oh, thank you.
I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby.
The article about the revolutionary has been entered into the court record.
Great. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well.
On the back.
cast your eyes over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret.
It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two.
True.
Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you?
Kazuma. Ah, yes, the victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Please, you have to, because you're the amazing Sherlock Holmes.
Excuse me, Sherlock Holmes.
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text.
London Diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people.
Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. I want to put the D and the C in a different spot.
Yeah. You mean you've already read it already?
It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese.
Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is.
I can't kick his ass, can I?
Susato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean?
Life is so unfair.
It's so true, brother. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely that this diary belonged to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to detail.
Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese.
A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, Banzai, Mikado, Ginyu Pose, Nado Nado. I trust you are suitably impressed.
Ah,
But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, as which I can read precisely now. Ha 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 ha.
so what was all that showing off about before then?
If you'd be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm much obliged, my dear madam.
The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
Whistling sound?
These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Yep.
A speckled band? What on earth does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin.
Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record.
So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least.
Do you have somewhere to go?
As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. Ginyu Pose, the matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
I was stabbed again.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to.
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exhaustion. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough.
Do you think perhaps that we could go with you?
No. That would be somewhat complicated.
What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer.
Oh, these.
After all, you're the prime suspect in the matter. No?
There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place.
True. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point.
You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago.
Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Oh, that's very strange. I'm never wrong. There's no way I could be wrong. I wouldn't have said that you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really.
So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are.
Well, anyway, that was then and this is now.
What do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. Now he's just being plain rude.
Wow.
Alright.
That was it.
And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name.
Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for?
Huh?
We must go investigate the cabin next door as well.
Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way...
Yeah!
My back is fixed again.
After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? Even though I just rolled you over, but you're gonna have to roll over again?
Yeah. As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. It's true.
It's true.
I think we still have some investigations to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door.
Good idea.
I'll judo flip the guard! The situation doesn't look good for me, but there's still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice.
Oh.
Is that? New guy.
Great. Well, they're both Russian, so.
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before.
Really? Well, he's been standing there the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Oh!
It's him.
Wait, what was his voice before?
What did I... Oh, you...
Yeah.
But you have to do it like somewhat right, like he's faking a Russian accent.
Oh, man.
I recognize that. Oh,
Oh, God.
man, he's still coughing up a lunch.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hasanaga.
And this cover's blown.
Great. Why are you still coughing up blood?
Yeah.
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped.
Nearly stopped, I hoped.
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship.
Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
Yes, if there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. Yes.
I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation.
Yeah, you've got a little blood on your, clean that up.
You got something.
A little ketchup on the side there.
White stains.
Yeah, it's, that's spicy. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
I think so.
All right. So we met Herlock. Apparently, the inspector's on the ship now, too. So now we've got a full crew of people, and who knows who else is going to join this insane cast of people.
Yeah, who knows?
All right. Well, we will see you next time. Goodbye.